Jeev jago, Gaura Chanda bole, Jeev jago. Kota nidra jao maya, pisachera kole, Kota nidra. Bhajibo bolia aise samsara bhitare, bhajibo bolia rohile tumi avidyar bhare. Jeev jago, Gaura Chande bole, Jeev jago, Jeev. Tomar loite ami hoi no avatara, tomar loite ami bina bhandho ara, ke ache tomara, ami bina ami bina bhandho ara, ke ache tomara, ami bina hene che aushadhi maya nashibaro lage, hene che aushadhi Harinama maha mantra lao tumi mage, Harinama Jeev jago, Gauranda bole, Jeev jago. Kota nidra jao maya, pisachera kole, Kota nidra Bhakti vinodha Prabhu charane pari, Bhakti vinodha se Hari nama mantra lao tumi, se Hari nama mantra loi lo magiya, se Hari nama se Hari nama mantra Loi lo magiya. Say Hare Nama. Jeev jago, Gaura Chande bole, Jeev jago. Kota nidra jao maya, pisachira kole, kota nidra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Translation we will read. Lord Gauranga is calling. Wake up, sleeping souls, wake up. Wake up, sleeping souls. You have slept so long on the lap of the witch Maya. You came into this world of birth and death saying, "Oh, my Lord, I will certainly worship you," but you have forgotten the promise and remained in great ignorance. I have descended just to save you. Except for me, who else is your friend? I have brought the medicine for destroying the illusion of Maya. Now pray for this Harinama Mahamantra and take it. Thakura Bhakti Vinod fell at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga, and after begging for the holy name, he received the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. So today we'll discuss from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam first canto, chapter 16 and text number 16. Saratya Parshada Parashada Sevana Sakya Dautya Vira Asana Anugamana Stavana Pranamna Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu Bhaktim Karoti Nrupatihi Charanaravinde Saratya Parashada Sevana Sakya Dautya Saratya Parashada Sevana Sakya Dautya Virasananugamanastavana Pranamam Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranitim Cha Vishnur Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnur Bhaktim Karoti Nrpatis Charanaravinde Bhaktim Karoti Nrpatis Charanaravinde Saratya Parashada Sevana Sakya Dautya Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnur Bhaktim Karotri Nrpatis Charanaravinde. Please recite. Saratya Parasada Sevana Sakya Dhautya Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnur Bhaktim Karoti Nrpatis Charanaravinde Saratya Parashada Sevana Sakya Dautya Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnur Bhaktim Karoti Nrpatis Charanaravinde. Saratya Parashada Sevana Sakya Dautya Virasananugamanastavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnur Bhaktim karoti nrpatischaranāravinde. Mataji. Saratya parashada sevana sakya dautya. Virasanānugamanastavana pramāna. Snigdeshu pandushu jagat pranatim cha Vishnur. Bhaktim karoti na pratischaranāravinde. Saratya, acceptance of the post of a chariot driver. Parashada, acceptance of the presidency in the assembly of the Rajas who have sacrificed. Sevana, engaged the mind constantly in the service of the Lord. Sakya, to think of the Lord as a friend. Dautya, acceptance of the post of a messenger. Virasana, acceptance of the post of a watchman with a drawn sword at night. Anugamana, following the footsteps. Stavana, offering of prayers. Pranaman, offering obeisances. Snigdeshu, unto them who are malleable to the will of the Lord. Pandushu, unto the sons of Pandu. Jagat, the universal. Pranatim, one who is obeyed. Cha, and Vishnu, of Vishnu. Bhaktim, devotion. Karoti, does. Nripati, the king. Charanāravinde, unto his lotus feet. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation, please repeat after me. Maharaja Pariksit heard that out of his causeless mercy, Lord Krsna, Vishnu, who is universally obeyed, rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pandu by accepting posts ranging from the chariot driver to president to messenger, friend, night watchman, etc. According to the will of the Pandavas, obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like the younger in years. When he heard this, Maharaja Pariksit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. Purport. Lord Krishna is everything to the unalloyed devotees like the Pandavas. The Lord was for them the Supreme Lord, the spiritual master, the worshipable deity, the guide, the chariot driver, the friend, the servant, the messenger, and everything they could conceive of. And thus the Lord also reciprocated the feelings of the Pandavas. Maharaj Pariksit, as a pure devotee of the Lord, could appreciate the Lord's transcendental reciprocation of the feelings of his devotees, and thus he himself also was overwhelmed with the dealings of the Lord. Simply by accepting the dealings of the Lord with his pure devotees, one can attain salvation. The Lord's dealings with his devotees appear to be ordinary human dealings, but one who knows them in truth becomes at once eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. The Pandavas were so malleable to the will of the Lord that they could sacrifice any amount of energy for the service of the Lord, and by such unalloyed determination, they could secure the Lord's mercy in any shaped they desired. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindho Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langaite Grimyat Kripatamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Hare Krishna Saratya Parashada Sevana Sakya Dautya Virasananugamaнаstavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnur Bhaktim Karoti Nrpatis Charanara Vinde. Translation once more. Maharaj Pariksit heard that out of his causeless mercy, Lord Krishna, Vishnu, who is universally obeyed, rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pandu by accepting posts ranging from the chariot driver to president to messenger, friend, night watchman, etc. according to the will of the Pandavas, obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like one younger in years. When he heard this, Maharaj Pariksit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna. So from last two classes we heard that when Pariksit Maharaj heard that Kali is entered in his kingdom and Maharaj Pariksit starts with his full army. It's a huge army actually. In the verse number 11, it's mentioned, Maharaj Pariksit sat on a chariot drawn by black horses. His flag was marked with the sign of a lion, being so decorated and surrounded by charioteers, cavalry, elephants and infantry soldiers. So it's a huge, very, even elephants and so many big Sainya has, in the previous ages, kings used to have, how powerful, how one knows that how powerful is the king according to his strength of the army, and according to his, how many elephants he has, and how many Maharathis, and like this. There's so many considerations to know that this kingdom is very powerful and very flourished, and the king is so powerful. So in that way one can understand. So we can see Pariksit Maharaj is the king for whole this Bharata Bhumi. So we can imagine when a king is coming out means there's so much, so many, when Prime Minister is coming, so many cars, before we don't know which car he is in. So like that. So when king is coming means, he comes in a very huge chariot, with the flag, special flag. Pariksit Maharaj has a lion, it means Narshing Dev. So for all, getting all protection from all sides. And like this, so Pariksit Maharaj, he goes to different in this, he travels to different earthly planets, which is unimaginable. Now we only know this India and this world, and what we learned in social, our earth is like a round actually. But actually, according to Shastra, it is not round. It's called oval. So he travels to all these places: Bhadrashva, Ketumala, Bharata, and northern Kuru, Kimpurusha. So all this is explained. All Prabhuji gave a detailed class on this. So I will not discuss. So in today's verse, we see that Pariksit Maharaj, when he travels to these places, so he heard the local Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Jagannath Balle Subhadra Mai ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So all the devotees there, they were glorifying the glories of the forefathers of Pariksit Maharaj, and they are glorifying the Lord. And Pariksit Maharaj was hearing this, and so he also was meditating on those things when he heard this, that when he was protected, when he was in the womb of Uttara, he was personally protected. He saw the Lord in the womb. He personally saw the Lord. Lord took a very, very small form. Anoraniyam Mahato Mahiyam. He can become the greatest, the biggest, the heaviest, and he can become very lighter. And he can enter into anyone's. Kshetra Gnam cha Mam Vidhi Sarva Kshetresa Bharata. What is the difference? A yogi can also achieve this. He can become smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest. But what is the difference? Krishna is Yogeshwara. What is the difference between yogi and Yogeshwara? Krishna, he knows everyone's heart. Kshetrajam cha Mam Vidhi Sarva Kshetresha Bharata. He knows each and everyone's, he enters, he is there in each and everyone's heart. But yogi, he has only limited of this yogic power. He can't do miracles. That miracles are only, he can only move these material objects or get material things, or like this. Prapti means he can, whatever he desires from anywhere from the world, he can get it. So for any material object he can get. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna, all these Brahmandas are coming from him. Each and all this our Brahmanda is like very smaller, and there are more bigger Brahmandas like this. And each Brahmanda is just like a mustard seed. Imagine. So Krishna is Yogeshwara. He knows everyone's heart. So by hearing this, Pariksit Maharaj, he was feeling that he was overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. As it is mentioned, Bhaktim Karoti Nripatis Charanaravindeya. By hearing these glories, he was feeling overwhelmed. Whenever we hear of Krishna and Krishna's pastimes, immediately any person, because in everyone's heart there is Krishna Bhakti actually, which is covered. But when one hears about Krishna, Atat Sri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Grahyam Indriye Sevaun Mukhehi Jivado Swayamevahi Spritadyataha. So when one hears about Krishna, so this will get awakened actually. Atas Sri Krishna Namad Nabhavet Grahyam Indriya. When we engage our senses in Krishna's service, like hearing, so we have opportunity of hearing here, especially in our ISKCON temples. Every day there is 2 times, morning and evening hearing. And people can take advantage of this. People can come and spend some time for hearing, but they are not interested at all in hearing about Krishna. They want only the material talks of this world. What I was doing yesterday, what I was doing, what happened yesterday. All these material things, they are very attentive in hearing those things. They are like crows. Srila Prabhupada gives this example, crows. So they are only attracted to things which are very, very low and very, crows, what they do, they go and they suck the mucus, where they search for the mucus, But swans, what swans does? They are very pure. They keep themselves very clean. They stay in very clean place, very pure water. So devotees are like swans. So they are always there, willing to hear about Krishna. They are desiring always to hear about, always get in touch with Krishna. They are never, especially pure devotees. Although they are in this material world is a filthy place. Srila Prabhupada mentions in his lectures. It's like a filthy place. Although they are in this material world, but still they are not contaminated because their consciousness is fully on the lotus feet of the Lord. So similarly, Pariksit Maharaj, when he heard of the glories of the Lord, so he was immediately, his mind got bhaktim karoti nrupatis charanaravinde. With devotion, he was meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord. So this is actually bhakti means. Always to remember Krishna, never to forget Krishna. Smartavyam satatam vishnur nismartavyam najatuchit. So from Bhagavatam we can learn how to remember Krishna always. We know many examples. From Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. How great devotees, how they remembered Krishna. We know Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was in such a difficult situation. Hiranyakashipu, when he came to know that he is doing Hari Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti, immediately he decided to kill him. His own son, he decided to kill him. And what happened? He tries in different ways to kill him. But Prahlad Maharaj was so, Prahlada, he was so happy, so joyful that he was always, even though there were so many tribulations coming to him, but he was always meditating on the Lord. He was always taking shelter of the Lord. He is Abhaya. It's not, devotees are never fearful of these material conditions, material situations. Whatever may come in this world. Of course, this material world is always troublesome, always pinching us, always torturing us. But devotees are never disturbed. Why? Because they always take shelter of Krishna. They are not disturbed at all. They are fully shantaha. Shantaha means very peaceful. Because of their devotion to Krishna. So in this verse we can see that how Krishna, what Pariksit Maharaj was hearing. Pariksit Maharaj heard that out of his causeless mercy, Lord Krishna, Vishnu, who is universally obeyed, rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pandu by accepting posts ranging from chariot driver. So Krishna is known as Parthasarathi. Parthasarathi means, Partha means Arjuna. Sarathi. Sarathi means chariot driver. Krishna took a post which is very low post actually. Driver means, who cares for a driver? Like that. Krishna took the low position and he keeps his devotee on the top. So this is the reciprocation Krishna does with his devotees. And Krishna likes this. Krishna likes that when one devotee achieves this position, that he can chastise him. Now Krishna takes inferior position and keeps his devotee in a superior position. And the devotee, like we know in Vrindavan, in Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna, when he is playing with his cowherd boys, sometimes while sporting, there will be a challenge that when whoever becomes victorious, he should climb the back of that person. So sometimes Krishna would, voluntarily he would get defeated, and he would carry the cowherd boys on him. So they are all pure devotees of the Lord, and what Krishna is doing there, he is playing with them. They are climbing on Krishna, and he's taking them around. And Yashodamai, see her devotion, that she can tie Krishna with the ropes. She can chastise Krishna. She can take the stick and she can run behind Krishna with the stick. And Krishna is accepting. Krishna he's crying actually. When Yashodamai takes a stick, like an ordinary human activities. Generally we see if child does some notorious activities, mother, she immediately chastises, takes her or beats the child. Yashodamai never hit Krishna, but she would take the stick and she would warn Krishna, next time you should not do this. We can see this month is Damodar month. What is the specialty of this month? Krishna was out of the pure love of Yashodamai, was captured by the pure love of Yashodamai, and he surrendered to that love, that devotion of Krishna, that devotee, that pure Yashodamai's devotion. And by that, Yashodamai could tie Krishna with her ropes. That ropes are not some ordinary ropes, it's devotion. Dhamodhara. Dhama Udhara. So this rope is actually her devotion to Krishna, her love towards Krishna. We know this pastime that Yashodamai, once she was, Nanda Maharaj has 9 lakh cows, and Yashodamai, she selected I think 9 lakh, from that 1 lakh special cows, and from that 1 lakh some 10,000 special cows, and from the 10,000 100, and from 100 more special 10 special cows. And she used to give fresh grass from Govardhan. She used to bring from Gokul fresh grass and nicely take care of these cows. And from these cows, she used to get the milk from these special cows. And she took this milk, and she was, because Krishna was always going to other gopis' homes and he was stealing butter. So all these gopis, they come and they complain to Yashodamai. You see your Krishna, always he comes and he breaks the pots, and he is not eating this butter. If he eats this butter, he is spilling here and there everywhere, spoiling our homes and feeding the monkeys. So this is very bad. Take care of your son. Chastise him or keep him at home. Don't send to other homes. So always they were coming and complaining to Yashodamai. So Yashodamai thought, okay, what is the specialty of their butter? I will make the best butter for Krishna. So Yashodamai thought, she takes this milk and she keeps for boiling. And while singing the glories of Krishna, she was churning the butter. She was churning butter, and Acharyas explained that when she was singing, and when this sound comes, when we churn the butter, so this churning of the sound is like playing mridanga. And when her bangles and all her jewelries were tinkling, the sound comes when bangles. So it was like playing kartal, and her churning was like kirtan. And like this she was churning butter for Krishna. And Krishna was actually inside, he was sleeping. He woke up, he was very hungry. He comes to Yashodamai and asks for her milk. Yashodamai immediately takes Krishna and starts to feed Krishna. But what happens? The milk which was on the stove was boiling. And that milk was thinking, in the spiritual world, no, everything has consciousness. In the material world, no, for example, this is matter. This lump matter doesn't have consciousness. But spiritual world, for everything there is conscious. Everything there is, it's spirit. So milk started thinking, oh, hey, no, what is the use of my existence? No, Krishna is, no, his belly will be filled with milk and he will not drink me. He will not use me. Let me commit suicide. And that milk started coming out and and falling in the fire. And Yashodamai sees this, and she immediately runs and she stops. She puts the milk pot aside. Then Krishna becomes. Suddenly she keeps Krishna away. Then immediately Krishna, he gets so very angry. No. What? She is nicely feeding me, and what is the use of that milk? Instead of feeding me, she is running out for that milk. So now I will do some mischievous Krishna things, and he breaks the pot the pot which she was churning, and he eats the butter, and it was all spilled everywhere. So even his feet were with butter and everything. So he goes, and all the monkeys comes, cowherd boys also they come, and he goes inside, and there are so many. Yashodamai keeps this butter on the top. So many pots are there, and Krishna takes the pots and he eats, and he distributes to the monkeys. And he was sitting and he was doing this, and Yashodamai comes back and sees everything is messed up. Then she becomes very angry also, and she takes the stick and she searches in the Bhavan, Nanda Bhavan, where Krishna hidden. He was sitting on one kind of bench and he was feeding the monkeys. Yashodamai was behind. She was coming slowly to catch Krishna. What happens? Krishna knows that Yashodamai is behind with stick. And Yashodamai is about to reach Krishna. Immediately he jumps and he runs. He runs around all the Nanda Bhavan. And Yashodamai will stop. Krishna, you stop. You mischievous, you stop. Stop there. Yashodamai will be running in the Nanda Bhavan. And Krishna knows, if I'll get caught inside the house, then she'll beat me definitely. Then what Krishna does, he goes outside the house so that everyone will see. They will come and they will say, hey, don't beat your son. No, he's very nice. No, like that they will stop her. So Krishna thought, okay, now I'll run outside the house. No, he goes outside. So Yashodamai was running, and Krishna was not getting caught. And ultimately Yashodamai, Krishna agreed to be caught by Yashodamai. So then Yashodamai will say that, no, you are becoming day by day very mischievous. No, now I will, you see what I will do to you now. And to the mortar, you can see that she takes Krishna to the mortar and she started to tie Krishna with the ropes. Acharya explained that Yashodamai was trying to tie Krishna, but always there was two, how much, Prabhu? 2 fingers, 2 fingers short. So she goes and she attaches the rope again, and again there is 2 fingers short. And like that, she brought all the ropes from the home and she started to tie. But still there is, the Yashodamai was feeling very tired. Then Krishna uh, he agreed to be tied by Yashodamai. Who can tie Krishna? Who can tie Krishna? Similarly, once one gopi at her home, she catches Krishna. He was again doing some mischievous there. She catches Krishna, and she also was trying to tie Krishna, but she couldn't. She couldn't tie Krishna. Krishna runs away. Or in Krishna's place, her own son would be there. Some magic would imitate, some miracle would happen. So, but Yashodamai, she could tie Krishna. So that is the Supreme Lord. No, he likes this, that his own devotees. No, he gives that position to his pure devotees. And once there's another pastime where Nanda Maharaj will ask Yashodamai. Krishna was very small that time. Can Krishna do something? Can he do some work? He asks Yashodamai, and Yashodamai will reply, yes, of course he will do. Then Yashodamai immediately will tell, you take the slippers, the padaraksha of your father, and on your head, and Krishna immediately takes that, and he keeps on his head Nanda Maharaj's padarakshas. So this is the reciprocation of the Lord with his pure devotees, with the devotees. Anyone can take this position of becoming friend of Krishna, mother of Krishna, lover of Krishna. Of course, this is very high actually. To become mother of Krishna, it's only Yashodamai can become mother of Krishna. We can become maybe her friend or her servant or maid servant, like that. We can become a mother of Krishna, maybe. I'm not sure even that. So, this is the reciprocation the Lord gives with his devotees. So, we can see similarly in the Pandavas' case, Krishna, he became a messenger, he became a chariot driver to Arjuna. And he became a watchman. He was offering obeisances to Yudhishthira Maharaj because in years he is little elder. So Krishna is offering obeisances. In Rajasuya Yajna, what he was doing, what service he was doing, what he was doing. What he was doing. Yes, he was arranging the padukas, their padarakshas nicely, neatly. So this is what Krishna is doing. So this is but who is Krishna actually? Who is Krishna? Even Brahma, even sun, moon, all the demigods are afraid. Whole world is afraid. Kunti Maharani prays in her prayers, she will say, whole world is afraid of you. But Yashodamai, you are afraid of Yashodamai. So, this is the devotion, this is the pure devotion, this is the reciprocation. But Mayavadis, what they are thinking, they want to become one with Krishna. They want to become one with Krishna, which is just a foolish thing actually, to become one with Krishna. What they will do, they will enter into the effulgence of the spiritual one, effulgence coming out from the Lord's body. Only this. And they have no any activity there. What will happen? They will again fall down back to this material world, and again they will engage in the pious activities in this material world. As Srila Prabhupada mentions in his purports, they fall down. They can't stay there. It's Sayujya Mukti. They can't. They can enter into the effulgence only. So Mayavadis are they cannot appreciate these pastimes. They cannot. Although they discuss Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam also, we know there's so many speakers, they discuss this, but ultimately they will say, we are one with God. So Srila Prabhupada writes here that the Pandavas were so malleable to the will of the Lord that they could sacrifice any amount of energy for the service of the Lord. And by such unalloyed determination, they could secure Lord's mercy in any shape they desired. So this is what is required. So Pandavas' devotion was such an extent that they were ready to do anything for the pleasure of the Lord. They were ready to sacrifice anything for the pleasure of the Lord. So this is what is required. We have to sacrifice. We have to sacrifice our sacrifice in the sense tapasya. When we do tapasya, tapo divyam putra kayena sattvam shuddhyed yasmad brahma saukyam tvananta. When we do this tapasya for the pleasure of the Lord, by chanting the holy name. Chanting the holy name is also tapasya. Sometimes we try to chant. Even one round also is like kabhi khatam hoga ye round. It will be very difficult to chant sometimes. It's a tapasya. Chanting the holy name of the Lord also. And when we sit with Bhagavatam, for reading, for example, we would, even one sloka, there's so many, phone will be there and that, so many disturbances. So we cannot engage on. This is also tapasya. Sitting at least for 1 hour, 2 hours and reading. It's a tapasya. Waking up early in the morning is a tapasya. So when we do all this in the sadhaka stage, when we accept all this tapasya, and this is there, and this is actually giving us real bliss when we accept this. Even though we are feeling difficulty with our mind, but still we take up, we sit, and we complete our 16 rounds. Then after that, you see, we would like to taste the holy name more. We want to chant more. So that's why we should always carry chanting bag like Prabhuji is carrying always. It should always be on your neck. Whenever you have time, immediately take and chant. So when we develop taste for our bhakti, the activities of bhakti, then Krishna starts to see us. When we render service to Krishna in such a way that Prabhupada says, we should not try to see God. We should serve the God in such a way that He will see us. So that is what is required. So we should get the attention of the Lord. Then our life of devotional service will be perfected. By the mercy of devotees, ultimately, by the mercy of our acharyas, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. It is possible. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? Any corrections? Yes, Prabhu.
So you mentioned that pure devotees, they feel the reciprocation. This is how Lord reciprocates with the pure devotees. So what about us? Like we are all sadhakas. How can we feel the reciprocation? Because we are not on the level of the pure devotees which you have mentioned, like Pandavas, Kunti Maharani and all. So they can see practically the reciprocation, and just like now here Pariksit Maharaj also, he became overwhelmed with devotion after he heard all those how Lord was serving personally And so to our stage, how we can feel that reciprocation and feel the same devotion for the Lord, grateful for the Lord.
So I will tell my understanding on this. So as Srila Prabhupada said that what all we are doing in the sadhaka stage, in a prema stage also, when we become a pure, completely pure without any contamination, the same activities we do in the spiritual consciousness. So the activities are same, and it is all on our bhava, how we are performing those activities. Like we are performing those our devotion just like as a duty or out of attachment to that, attachment to the activities of devotional service. When we get attachment to the activities of devotional service, then automatically we feel the reciprocation from the Lord. Automatically we feel that this material energy is not affecting us. Our senses start to, we'll get some energy to control our senses. So Krishna, when we start to perform out of pure, love for Krishna, all these activities, all the activities which we are doing, daily, so Krishna definitely will reciprocate with us. He will protect us. Krishna is assuring in Bhagavad Gita, definitely he will protect us from Maya. Daive yesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metantarante. When we really, from our heart, when we do practice devotional service, even in a sadhaka stage, Krishna, he may not reciprocate directly, but definitely we feel that reciprocation, that Krishna is actually hearing my prayers. When we really take up the holy name, when we really take up the beads, and we really cry, not literally show off cry, but when we chant the holy name attentively, apipramada, that is also an offense. So if you are not attentive while chanting, apipramada. Namno baladyasya hipapa buddhir navidyate tasya yamahi shuddhi. When we commit offense, sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. So in all these 10 offenses, we should avoid. Because Krishna's holy name is not different from him. So it's directly offending Krishna. So we have to avoid these offenses. Even slight dozing while chanting is inattentive and for the holy name. So we should always keep ourselves active when we are chanting. We should always, I heard from a japa seminar that when you are chanting, it's a additional tips actually for concentrating on the japa. That when we chant, when we keep the Mahamantra in front of us, or just meditate on the words, Mahamantra words, Hare Krishna, and chant. So our mind may not 100% may not get deviated for other things. No, it may not go here and there. So when we meditate on the words of them, so like this, when we take up sincerely the chanting and hearing and our activities and serving devotees without any envy, without any material kama krodha lobha mada matsarya moha, then so all this will transform into love. Automatically, when we practice devotional service sincerely, all the good qualities, all the qualities of demigods will or coming, and Krishna will definitely accept our offerings, accept our prayers, and he will reciprocate definitely. So this is my understanding, Prabhu. If you want to add something, or Prabhuji, if you want to add something, please.
Yes, I want to add. So you may feel separation. I mean, you may not feel the presence of Krishna, but Krishna is always there. You may not feel reciprocation, but Krishna is everywhere. He is in everything. I'll read one statement from Krishna, the reservoir of pleasure.
Yes.
Either God or the Son of God who come from the transcendental world keep their transcendental identities without being contaminated by the material world. That is their omnipotence. We are in the habit of saying that God is omnipotent. Omnipotent means that He is not different from His name, from His qualities, from His pastimes, from His instructions. Now listen carefully. Therefore, the discussion of the Bhagavad Gita is as good as discussion with Krishna himself. How you can reciprocate with Krishna? By
Reading Bhagavad
discussing
Gita.
Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is Krishna. By chanting his name, it's Krishna. By taking prasadam, it is Krishna. Everywhere there is only Krishna. You are already reciprocating. He is reciprocating with you. We may not feel that I am reciprocating with Krishna, but Krishna is reciprocating with you. So you just have to realize that I am also reciprocating with Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Any other comments, questions? Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, please.
So, regarding one more thing, like how the pure devotees feel, like you told about this Rajasuya Yajna. When Rajasuya Yajna, Lord took the role of taking all the king's padukas and keeping it in order, arranging or washing. I heard earlier like he washed king's feet. I don't know which is correct. And we see Narada Muni also when he went to Dwaraka. So Krishna made him sit on asan and he bathed his lotus feet. Because Narada Muni knows that he is the supreme personality of Godhead. So how the devotees, because generally as a devotee we like to serve Krishna. So what will be when they take service from Krishna, how they are, I just want to know what is that, how, because we feel very discomfort when someone higher than us, or senior or very superior, when he offers some service we feel very much embarrassed. So how is that, like Krishna took that role and how they were giving their padukas, or I don't know how to understand that.
Yeah. It's all under Krishna's Yogamaya, it's all happening. And their relationship with Krishna, there are 5 kinds of relationship: Dasa, Sakhya, Madhurya, Vatsalya. So according to that, so in the Vrindavan, everybody is under Yogamaya. So they are covered with Yogamaya. So that's why they cannot imagine that even Krishna does some miracle. No. He lifts the Govardhan for 7 days. But again, it is normal for them. They consider him some some demigod. Maybe he may have some yogic powers, maybe like that. But they never consider Krishna as supreme personality of God. This is out of their relationship and because of Yoga Maya. This is my understanding, bro.
So Krishna, he loves his devotees.
So love has no barriers. No. So just like a mother or a father loves the child, now they give so much love to the child. Mother is elder, father is elder, child is very younger. But still, the mother or the father, they get so much pleasure in giving service to the child. Okay. Similarly, Krishna, he loves his devotees. And we are his children. So, he loves taking care of his devotees. Just like the child becomes very happy and very protected when the mother or the father is taking care, and he feels so much love. Similarly, we should just relish that when you get such, sir, the mother or the father, they are cleaning the hands, they are cleaning the legs, they are giving bath, isn't it? So, and he doesn't feel like, oh, why they are elder, I am younger, I should not accept. No, he will get that consciousness when he grow up, becomes elder, and like that. So, but when he is innocent, it is like that. So, when a devotee is so innocent like that, so he relishes the care of the Lord. He doesn't feel, of course, in the higher consciousness, the devotees, they don't want to take any service from the Lord. That is there. And our philosophy is that there is a competition between devotee and Krishna. Devotee want to serve the Lord and the Lord want to serve the devotee. So that competition is there. The Goswamis, that story is there, no? Sanatana Goswami, that sweet rice.
No.
Radharani comes in the form of a girl and gives all the ingredients. So then, I think Sanatana Goswami says that, we have taken service from Radharani. So they were crying. And then they were sharing the kheer also. So that competition is always there. And in our terms, when we get some service from the seniors, it's very rare, I think so. What kind of service we can expect from the seniors? Maybe some gifts we can expect, isn't it? Or some kind of glorification we may expect, or post position we may get. So that we should take it as blessings of the seniors in the service of the Lord. They know what is better for us, so that we can engage in the service more nicely. So we should accept it as a blessing and not use it for any sense gratification. Use it in the service of the Lord. So we accepting whatever they are giving, we are also pleasing them. Dhruva Maharaj doesn't want anything, but God want to give him. No, you become the king. 36,000 years he was ruling. So even though Dhruva heart was changed, no, I don't want anything. I was asking, now I realized I was asking for a broken pieces of glass. I got jewels, but I was asking for broken pieces of glass. So he doesn't want, but Lord want to give. So, like Sudama, he also doesn't want. He didn't ask also, but Lord want to give. So when we accept, we may not be getting such big gifts. We are very small. But whatever we accept it as a blessing of the Lord, then we engage that, because God knows what is good for us. Seniors knows what is good for us. So when we get that, accept it as a blessing of the Lord and engage it in the service of the Lord. That's it.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः।